Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever with my very delayed intro screen. But it went off. Episode number 182. Let me go catch up on chat. I went and look at see if I was live and I'm like, why isn't my intro screen up? But oh well. Troubled one. No worries, you'll get here. It's going to take me a little while to get panning. Definitely don't shorten your show. Ozark Buck Bradley, how's it going? Your one chance to post something. A3 Sky Warrior, how's it going? James Staudy. No worries, no worries. Catch me next time. Watch the replay. John Gear, HD Chevrolet, thank you for being here. Weezen Geezer, thank you for being here, and thank you for being mods. And everyone that's a mod, I appreciate you all being here. Rusty Nugget Prospecting, how's it going? Michael Reed from MCD Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Probably one of the best eBay sellers there is. Mentally Corrupted. Mary, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. Welcome, welcome. Who else we got? KC Sring, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Refotris, what's up, brother? How you been doing? 12th man Brett, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Steven Stark, PA Patriot, another one of my mods. Thank you for being here. Kristen Reed, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show as well. Steven Stark. All right, so let me open up my chat, move it over, get all my stuff set up so we can have our show. So I haven't looked at gold price today. Is it still sticking around the $93 mark? I saw it hit 94 gram the other day because, of course, people wanted to sell me gold as soon as it hit 94. Trying to take my money. Let me look it up real quick. All right, gold spot. Gold price per gram, 93.78. All right, that's not too bad because I always worry when gold goes up because it was at like 93.01, then it jumped all the way up to 94.01, and of course everyone wanted to sell me some gold, and I was like, I know it's just going to drop down to like 92 as soon as I say okay. But no, it's sticking around there. So still just slowly creeping its way up. But he didn't have to pay me anything, Mary. Well, actually, technically he did because he's a Patreon member. So yeah, I know HD. It's let me see. I have it up still. Let me see how much it is per ounce. 29.17. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to make it there. I'm hoping you do, but I mean, hopefully it drops down right after as well, but yeah, 29.17. Gold price is terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely terrible for this hobby, that's for sure. Neanderthal Prospector Randy Klatt, how's it going? Annie Stevens, how are you? Thank you for joining the show. From Bear Prospecting, right? Annie Stevens, Bear Prospecting. B&B Paydirt Prospecting, thank you for joining the show. SRIP63, Brad Welch, Dorothy Richardson, Carl Medley. Anyone else I miss, I apologize. I was kind of looking at Gold Spot and started daydreaming. Jason G, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And yeah, definitely higher gold price is not great for this hobby. If you're out somewhere, like, and it's not great for this hobby, you know, with stuff like that, if you go out in the wild and you're not finding gold. If you're just going out there and having fun and gas prices are staying high, but, you know, it's okay. If you hit the gold and you're finding a couple grams a week or something, then it's pretty good, so. $156 per gram. What the junk? Y'all crazy. Y'all Australians, y'all charge too much for gold. I think it's from all that yeast stuff y'all drink or eat. Yeah, I don't have any more Australian gold. I think my kids each have a little Australian nugget. I think my kids each have a little bit of Australian gold in their things, but yeah. No, actually I do. I do have one Aussie nugget, I think from Aussie month I did like 2 years ago. I think I still have one upstairs somewhere. No worries, Annie. I appreciate everyone that just lurks as well. Gregory Littleton, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Yeah, the price goes up, but my paycheck doesn't. Yeah, I was talking to someone about it the other day because we were talking about, like the main reason most people stockpile gold is in case, something happens. I mean, besides the fact that gold is really, really beautiful and stuff like that. But a lot of it is for insurance, if the economy tanks, you'll have gold. But we were discussing it the last time the economy tanked where people started pulling out their gold. The federal government then said it was illegal to have gold. So, which they obviously wouldn't do now because back then not as many people had guns. So they wouldn't do that now. But the problem would be that they could make it illegal to sell or buy gold. And then you'd be stuck going to pawn shops, underground places, and then secretly selling your gold. And they're not going to give you full price. If gold was $3,000 an ounce and the economy collapsed and they outlawed buying and selling gold, you'd be selling your gold for $1,000 an ounce because people wouldn't buy it, So I was telling them maybe it's a time if somebody needs to come out with some gold currency in other foreign countries. So, but the whole thing about gold is you want to keep it because then when the economy comes back up, when the recession ends, and gold will go up even higher. All of a sudden you can, sell all your gold and catch back up. Stop eating potatoes. Jordan, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Crash, thank you. In case I didn't say hi to you. I think the like button is broken. Oh no, don't tell me that. That's I'll buy your gold at 20%. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is if something like that happens, gold's only worth so much right now because there's people that'll buy it and there's, there's not zombies running around. So, I don't know. AAA Rockhound, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. That Clash video. And what's funny is, I get a lot of, I still had more haters commenting on the newest Clash video. And the whole thing was, I was done with Clash. I had no plans on shooting any more Clash videos. I could have stuck Clash in my, yearly 2024 Paydirt Championship, which, by the way, I'm wearing last year's Paydirt Champion, Culver Prospecting. I'm wearing his shirt today. I could have stuck him in there and just showed how bad of a Paydirt his was compared to all the other sellers, but I didn't want to take that spot from him. I was literally done doing Clash videos. There was no purpose in doing any more. When I do reviews, typically I will review someone, and if they have subpar, like really, really bad ROI, I won't review them again. I have bookmarks for every single Paydirt seller I've ever done, I ever will do, and ones that I'm still doing. I will put them in a folder that says, do not review again. If they're mid-tier, like 50 or 60%, I might re-review them. But in most cases, unless somebody sends me a bag or donates a bag to the channel, I won't re-review a bad seller. So there was no reason for me to go back and visit a, 10% ROI Paydirt. So, but A. Johnson Jr., you just had to, he just convinced me. I mean, he was like, oh, if I'm going to post 8 times and I've got to read all those posts before I approve them, I was like, if you're going to do that, $40, I can do it. So, and I will say about that video, I did not really think it would end that badly for Clash. I really didn't. I was 50% sure. It was either going to be Clash was going to lose just a little bit and Golden Paydirt would just be a little bit better. And then maybe score-wise, Clash would win. But I figured maybe Golden would be a little bit better with the ROI. Or the other 50% was I was going to have to eat crow. And I would have eaten crow. If Clash's Paydirt would have been better than Golden Paydirt, I would have eaten crow and I would have said I was wrong and it's not as bad as Golden Paydirt, but it really stunk. And people are still defending it. People are still defending it. And these are the same people that when they'll get an email saying that they inherited $20 trillion from some African country, they'll be the ones that send $5,000 over and then call, start crying and, oh, I lost $5,000 because, I didn't get this money from Ethiopia. That takes anything. Yeah, I don't see gold going up to 10K anytime soon. I mean, you never know. If zombies attack, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if Golden's got better. I mean, that bag, that was through a secret shopper. It was through eBay. So they have higher fees on eBay than they do on their website. So I have to say that golden paydirt was a little bit better. I'm really surprised that some old sellers, I think, are starting to maybe, with gold spot going up, I think they're having to start actually adding some gold because, if you buy a $20 bag of paydirt in the old days with golden paydirt and you got a 20% ROI, it had a decent amount of gold. But nowadays, if you only got a 10% ROI, there's essentially no gold. And so people aren't going to be happy. They're going to leave even worse negative feedback. So I think some of these sellers that used to not do too good are starting to have to up their ante a little bit, to keep their sales going. So, which is good. I mean, it's still a junky paydirt, but, it did look better. Like I said, I was really surprised. So golden paydirt is just dirt in a bag. It did have some gold. I mean, they're still a horrible company. They're just golden paydirt. So my big beef with golden paydirt isn't their paydirt because there's nothing. They don't guarantee it. They don't say you're going to find, a half a gram, a quarter gram, or anything else like that. It's just a crappy company. But the thing that I don't like about golden paydirt are their bonus bags. The ones where they say, oh, you could win an ounce of gold. Like one bag has an ounce of gold. Because what they're doing is they're playing the statistics and they're lying. So if you look at any of their bags where they say you might find a 1 ounce nugget or a 2 ounce nugget or any of those, if at the very bottom it'll say based on 1 out of 5,000 bags being, but that's 5,000 bags. Then if you go to their website, they will pull those bags after about 2 or 3 months and change it to a new 1 ounce bag. And the reason they're doing that is because that way they can sell 3,500 bags, never put the ounce in it, then discontinue the bag. And then just say, oh, well, the 1 ounce was going to be in the next 1,500. So, those are the ones that are really preying on people. And I don't like those. Which is kind of like I said in the video, just, Clash is kind of doing the same thing, preying on people, telling them, like the bags have 0 gold in them, but they could have a ton of gold in them. So, I don't know. It was accent. I will tell you, it is the one funny thing about owning your own website. So ever since I put up Miller Prospecting, when you have a website with your email on there and built into the website, you get a lot of spam. I have inherited so much money. I should be the richest man in the entire world. And I could buy any other richest person like that because I've inherited so much money. So many people want to just give me money because they said they found me on the internet and I seem trustworthy. Mandy's Candy, how are you today? Thank you for joining the show. It's just crazy. Oh, did Troubled One show up? Hey, Troubled One, how's it going? So hopefully you didn't rush for this show. We're going to be here for a minute. So we got 2 more minutes. Oh, Mary did not win. I didn't win either. Just give it to PA. That's it. My Beach PD bag. No. I mean, it's just, what are you going to do? There's bad sellers and there's good sellers, which is why I do this channel, why I do these reviews. So I do have plans in the future of doing some other, maybe cheater bags. We'll have to see. So everything Mary says is just being auto-modded. No. No worries, Trouble. No worries. I didn't even know you were doing a live, so it wouldn't have, if you wouldn't have posted anything, I wouldn't have known. So we all do that, though. No. Oh, is Flower Gold Wizards lurking? I should have wore his shirt. I did. I was debating because I was like, oh, it's Tuesday and I'm just doing, another YouTuber's channel. And I had this shirt and I had Pabst Blue Ribbon shirt. And I was like, oh, which one should I wear? But I think the Pabst Blue Ribbon is like a large. So it tends to be a little snug on me. So I was like, oh, I'll go with the Culver. But, yeah, I know you don't even have to time her up. It's just, she has to throw in a bad word every time. So, Adam, how's it going? Lord Shadow, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. So, but today we're going to be panning out a bag of Troubled One Paydirt. This is the Fever Dreams Gold with 1 gram of gold in it. So, I don't remember how I got this. I think I bought it, but I might have traded for it. I don't remember. There's going to be no ROI or anything on this. You know, it's not a reviewable bag or anything like that. It's just a fun bag. I actually have another troubled one on my shelf over here, one of these corners. So I already have one of his bags on my shelf, and I swapped it out because that one up there is much cooler than this one. This one is still cool, and I like it. But the other one up there was much cooler, so I decided to put it on the shelf, and we'll pan this one out tonight. Yeah, you should have sent me a shirt. I even thought about that. I was like, oh, I wonder if your troubled one even has shirts, but it's all good. I know it. Annie, it is. You'd be amazed at how many times, like, I'll go to get my show ready, you know, so I have to open up YouTube so I can find my own channel to make sure everything's good. And it'll always show like 4 people online. And I'm like, or 4 people doing lives. And I'm like, what the? You know, because everyone wants to do their lives. Most people do their lives once they get home. And most people work 9 to 5. So, you know, most people are doing their lives later in the day. And it's congested. So, and then you get some people also, like my brother, troubled one, who just does lives all the time, just filling up as many spots as he can. Yeah. Mama Bird, Gentleman Prospector, you know, just, they got extra 5 minutes, they're doing a live show. You never know, Carl. You never know. I can pan anything, I think, so. Nodak Outdoors, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Culver shirt. Well, I figured, I was like, well, I don't have a troubled one, and it was like, you know, I didn't feel like wearing one of my shirts tonight, so I was like, I'll just wear a Culver. He is my Paydirt champion, so I was like, and he's probably out of stock still, so I was like, you know, I got to advertise him so people will go to his website and be totally disappointed. Yep, totally sold out. Totally sold out. I swear Culver, I don't know if he's in chat or not, I swear Culver just won my championship so he could retire. He was like, okay, I'm on a high. I'm done. Close up the shop. We can't go any higher from here. Might as well close up. Danielle, thank you very much. I don't know about that. I think I'm a decent panner. I would say I'm a decent panner. That's about it. You know, it just depends on the material. Like I said, because I wouldn't be a great panner because I really suck. And I've said this like a million times. Plus 10 material, I absolutely suck at. Whenever I go back through Paydirt, it's like if I'm doing a review, sometimes I'll check and I'll be like, wow, this is like 0.8 from a gram. And if I go back to my tailings, it's because I missed something in the plus 10. I miss more gold in the plus 10 than any other classification. I don't know why. It's just I pan it too fast and I don't pay attention as much because I think it's like, oh, I'll see a big nugget. So those are the ones that usually squeak by. So you're going to be on your claims. That's awesome. Have fun. No, Reg. No, nothing has arrived yet. I was hoping for it. How's it going, brother? No, my post office is just absolutely horrible. I'm going to switch everything here to... I had somebody send me something overnight. They sent it overnight on Friday. So it was guaranteed to be here Monday. It's still not here. It's supposed to be here Thursday, I think now they're saying. It's been to Indianapolis and then left Indianapolis, then went back to Indianapolis and left Indianapolis and is back in Indianapolis. So this place is just, I don't know what it is. Midwest is just the worst place to get mail. I had something shipped from Spain that has been stuck in, where is it? Somewhere up north, DC, I think, or Minneapolis or somewhere. It's been stuck there for a month and a half, and it just started moving today. I was like, oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Last I checked, it was due yesterday. Yeah, it's not here. I looked. I think it's coming tomorrow, either tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, see, the mail to me gets right next to us really, really quickly. It'll go to the hub in either St. Louis or Indianapolis, or there's one in Kentucky. It'll get to those hubs. And then there's a hub in Evansville. And a lot of times just getting to that hub is the problem. I don't know what it is, but the Evansville hub, it's like, it's like, okay, we've had enough. Lock the doors, make them leave, you know. So once everything will be speedy, like I'll see a package, like, wow, that made it to Indianapolis overnight. That's incredibly fast. And then it'll be like 5 days before it gets to me. It's like, it's a 3-hour drive. It's a 3-hour drive. How's it taking 5 days? But I'm used to it. Now it's people in the post office. Unfortunately, most of them are, you know, been in their jobs for years and years and just hate it. They just hate their jobs there. It's just, so you talk to them and they're just like, oh, yeah, I know your package is lost. What am I going to do about it? I'll look it up for you. Hold on. And it's just like, dudes, come on. You're about to retire making 120 a year, 120K a year, retired. You know. That's it, A3. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if the post office is lazy. I think post offices, sadly, is one of those businesses that's just so mired in rules and regulations that you can't get out of it. And just COVID. I think COVID was just the thing that broke the post office's back. It's just one of those things. Sometimes something can happen that just devastates you so badly because when COVID hit, they laid off a lot of employees. They lost a lot of employees that just because a lot of employees they found COVID as an excuse to quit their job, go collect unemployment, and then find a different job that they didn't hate as much. So the problem was the post office lost employees during COVID. It's an extremely hard job to get to work for the post office. So they lost employees. They were backlogged. They were 2 years backlog, and it's just getting worse and worse as stuff goes on. That you can only move stuff around so much. So Carl. That's it. Like I said, you would be amazed at how often that's what'll happen to me. It'll say today. What was it? It was last week or something. I think it was last week where I checked my USPS informed delivery, and it was you got no packages coming today. Every one of them said coming Wednesday or Thursday. I go check my mailbox just on a whim, and it's just stuffed. And I'm like, how is my mailbox stuffed? And all these packages and things are saying they're not showing up until tomorrow and the next day. It's just because their system is so bonkers. So, and like I said, I think 90% of it is just because they could never recoup from COVID, and it just it went in. And I think, and also after COVID, a lot of them got really upset because when that DeJoy came in, a lot of them didn't like DeJoy, and a lot of his a lot of his ideas, because he didn't work for the post office, were pretty goofy and not too bright. Like here for Evansville, they actually originally they had told everyone in Evansville, all the employees here, that they were going to close down every single one of the hubs, and they were going to keep half this working staff. They would all just be working at one post office, one main post office, which, by the way, is downtown Evansville, that has zero parking, because right next to the United States Post Office in downtown Evansville is a police station. So all the parking is taken up by either police or people going to the police station. And they wanted to move, and they just all are like, ugh. And it's just stuff like that just keeps killing them. So Casey String, be sure to watch. Why are you coming to my show and telling it? Why didn't you say, Dylan, watch my show? Watch my show, Dylan. I mean, I would have watched it. You got to tell everybody to watch the show. Make everyone think that. And how's it going, Jason? How's it going? Thank you very much for joining the show. Everybody wants Reg Lab sent on pack. Oh, Lord. I did see your post on Facebook, Reg Lab. I was hoping you did good, but I guess you didn't. Oh, well. Yeah. But, well, that's awesome, KC. Now we all want to know the news. Now I'm going to have to watch the video just so I can root for KC. But, all right, let's go do some panning. Going to do some troubled one Paydirt. 1 gram of Paydirt, 1 gram of gold guaranteed. Yeah, I always watch them too. I like them. I actually like I have to say, I like their winning part, but I liked watching the actual prize ones better. I liked last week's. Or it was 2 weeks ago. I really liked the last preview for the prizes. So that was a really good one, So, all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug, start panning. There we go. Get some of this troubled one gold. Get rid of the ugly mug. There we go. Now everyone can celebrate and do some panning. All right. Well, hopefully they pick up sooner than later, Reg. All right. Give me a minute to set everything up so we can start doing some panning. Got my pan. Got my paydirt. Got my coffee. Charles King, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Eric's MREs, how's it going? That was Tony working. And Josh, I appreciate that. No worries, you run your errands, brother. I just saw my message. It's all right. Now, again, like I said, I don't remember how I got this Paydirt. I think I bought it, but because I think I bought it to be shelf Paydirt, but then he came out with an even better bag, so I had to buy that one for shelf Paydirt. So, but like I said, if I buy something for shelf, I don't keep track of anything. I don't know how much I paid for this or really anything about it because it was just shelf Paydirt. All I knew is it had 1 gram of gold in it because it says it on the back of the bag. See, 1 gram right there. I'm hoping to get some gold. All right, let's throw all this stuff down. Now let me move my computer so I can see. Here, we're going to unbrighten it. This game seems kind of bright. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Pan and cam. No, that looks good. All right, we'll leave it there. All right, we'll leave it there. Here's the Paydirt. It's got a couple nice little rocks in there. There we go. We'll put these on the side. Usually if there's some nice little stones, I'll pick them out if they're larger than 10 mesh because I don't save any over 10 mesh for my Tuesday tailings. And that's just because it's just too big to keep in my bag. Since I only send out to my Patreon members 6-ounce bags of Paydirt, 6 to 8 ounces. And something like that would just fill the bag. But I save them because every once in a while, you know, if I'm making a custom bag for somebody, you know, might go in there. Yes, you can, PA. If you're sending me big pack things of gold, yes, you can send it to the return address. Only gold, though. Only gold. Or money. Cash. Cash or gold, yes. Return address. My mailman knows I get gold in, so he's always very quick at slowing it down to study it. Black Mass Paydirt, how's it going, Jonathan? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Canned Paydirt. I'm collecting the little bottles of Paydirts in 1 can. That's it. You get the best is the canned Paydirt. I'm telling you, best is. It's all gnome material. All that material in that canned Paydirt is from gnome, except for maybe the gold. But all the dirt itself is all gnome material. So the canned Paydirt was one of my favorite ones I've done. That and the Mighty Mini. The Mighty Mini and the canned Paydirt were my 2 favorite Paydirts I ever produced. I do like the bottles. I have heard inklings that one of my moderators might be making another bottled Paydirt. And when they do, they're guaranteeing to hold one for me. I'll send you some gold for some paper dollars. Well, I appreciate that. Just depends on how many paper dollars you want for how much gold. It ain't even got to be U.S. dollars either. I'll take yen. I'll take the Swiss franc, and I'll take the whatever it is they use in Kuwait. I don't remember what they use in Kuwait, but I'll take any of those 3. So if you want some gold and send me some paper dollars, or if you want me to send you some dollars and for some gold, either one. Starting a jar Paydirt. Oh, there you go. I do like the jar Paydirts. So jar Paydirts are always really cool. Anything, you know, even though I will complain when I do reviews that I don't like the tchotchkes that people add to Paydirts, like, the little vials or, pretty stones and things like that on paid Paydirt, silver, like, hand poured nugget stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that. I am a sucker for bags, which is why I still, to this day, once a month search eBay for Gold Rush Paydirt. I still search for it. Even though I know it's a horrible ROI, I still search for it. I am a sucker for packaging. Culver Prospecting, how's it going? Mike from the Gold Vlog, how's it going? Been a few weeks and needed some Miller time. This just isn't as good though. See, my Miller time, it doesn't look as good as regular Miller time, but you don't get a hangover afterwards. So, some gold in the first pan. Got a couple little pieces in here. I figured you must be busy, Mike. I ain't seen you in a while. I was like, uh-oh, he must be busy. Which is a good thing, I guess. The dinar, the Kuwait dinar. Did y'all know that the Kuwait dinar is considered the most stable dollar? And that's just crazy. A country that, was taken over in one day. In one day. It's just like, bam, okay, we now own you. Somebody else took them over in one day, and that's the most stable. Oh, that's just crazy. Mm. Lots to come. There you go. I know we're still waiting on the candy, Mike. But Liberated Week. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird to me, I mean, I know why. It's because they have, I think, if not the biggest or most oil, they're the second, and they're a very tiny country. It's because they're oil wells. They have a vast amount of oil, and that's why. But it's just, I would definitely pick some other countries, you know. I would have personally thought it would have been like the Swiss franc, because nobody picks a fight with the Swiss. They've been around forever and they just love gold and chocolate. So, mm. I agree. We have a very formidable military. The only thing that really prevents us from just being able to decimate anybody is just moving troops. That's it. You kind of need, like when we took back Kuwait, we needed places to land, and if we didn't have that, it would make things a lot, having beachheads makes it a lot easier than having to, you know, like if we would have had beachheads during D-Day, as opposed to having to land on actual beaches. If we would have had places we could have just landed and marched our troops across, it'd have been a lot different. But I will say, what was that? I was reading an article the other day, about the I don't remember which country it was. Maybe it was France's. Maybe it was French. But how in the last war games that we participated in, or one of the last, it was one of the naval war things we did. It was, I think it was a French diesel sub that ended up taking out like an entire aircraft carrier and all its ships with just two diesel subs that we could not detect. That they tried multiple times, and it was in like an old, like almost World War II style diesel sub that they had revamped and made to be super quiet, and it essentially took out like the entire 7th Fleet or something, in the war games. I was like, wow. So everyone's got their little Achilles, that kind of, there's something really good at. You know, they'll be like, okay, we're definitely not going to beat you in warfare and airfare or troops, but if we can build this one sub that can take care of all your ships. Jason, did your new rewards video come out? When's it coming out? I saw a preview. I haven't seen the rewards. When's that coming out? So I can make sure I see that so I can root for my boy KC. uh, hmm. Tomcat Josh, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And even if I miss you, I apologize, but I really do thank you all for being here in the show tonight. It's always nice to have people join on the show to watch me pan out some Paydirt. And by the way, this is Paydirt from Troubled One, fellow YouTuber. If you type in the word panning, I think it should come up with his channel, so you can make sure you go subscribe to his channel. He does a lot of panning on his channel and his live shows. And if one of the mods wants to drop the hidden link, I'd really appreciate it. Because tonight we will be giving away 1 of 3 spots for a bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt with a 0.5 gram of gold in it. So, some nice little picker. A little flat, but can't really hear it, but nice little picker. Thank you very much, PA, one of my newest mods. Look at this, he's holding it down. I appreciate that. And the month reward show. Oh, it doesn't work, Georgianne. No worries, Tomcat Josh. I'm usually really bad at emails. If anyone ever emails me, you'll find out I'm really not bad at replying to emails too quickly, but I do try to ship stuff out pretty quickly. Every once in a while, something will hold me up for a particular package, but I try to ship pretty quickly. Especially Paydirt, because I can just go throw it in the slot at my mailbox and, I don't have to deal with the crowds. So. Yeah, PA's moving on up. He was smart. He joined my Patreon page. He was like, ha, I can be a mod this way. No, I haven't even seen him on Facebook or anywhere in a long time. So, speaking about old Sasquatch, I haven't seen or heard anything from him. So I'm kind of hoping he just got bored with the community as opposed to anything else, which does happen, Richard Dow, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. What? Only 28 likes? Okay, maybe I'm not doing a giveaway tonight. People can't show the love and put up a like. I have to, not going to give stuff away. Watching and folding laundry. I know I got to do laundry tonight too. Before my kids come back over tomorrow. If I don't catch up on my laundry, they just unbelievable. They'll come over and be like, "Oh yeah." I'll look, my laundry basket's over. I'm like, "How do y'all wear? So you're wearing like 10 pairs of pants or something?" I think they just bring dirty clothes over from their mom's house. Like, okay. More gold, more gold. Again, this was guaranteed 1 gram of gold. All right, Adam, I appreciate you popping in. I really do. And you have a good one, brother. Maybe I'll see you next week. Another shiny, shiny. For the collection over here. I don't know why people like Jeeps. You've only been probably timed out once. Here I am, Zaxxon. And that was from Nightbot. It wasn't from me. Mm. Mm. Here, let me see. Nope, that wasn't it. Um, 2 or 3 ounce. I'll send you a message on Patreon later, or I'll text you. I'll text you later. I have to look real quick. Off the top of my head, I would name 2 places. So, but I don't know if they would have it in stock. I mean, because if you're asking for 2 or 3 ounces, it's going to be a custom bag. And the only person I know that would do a custom bag that would have that much gold, like today, would be Mike at Gold Nugget Sales. And then you'd probably be better off just doing his 107, I think it's 107% jug, and just get him to do it for 3 ounces as opposed to 1 ounce. So you're guaranteed at least 107% ROI. The only other person, so I'm not going to text you now because I'm spilling my guts now. So the only other person I would say would be mammothgoldnuggets.com. But they don't really do custom bags, but they do 1 ounce bags, and they're really good 1 ounce bags. The ROI is pretty good usually, but they usually don't have a lot of stock. So usually they only have 1 in stock, so you'd only be able to get 1. But I would just email Mike at Gold Nugget Sales, or get his phone number from somebody and call him. I think his phone number is probably on his website. It's probably on there. And call him and ask for his 107% ROI bucket, or it's a jug or whatever it is. Yeah, that's right. AAA. That's why I decided just to say it now, because if I don't, I'll forget to text him afterwards. So that's why I'm doing it now. So yeah, I would say probably Gold Nugget Sales. Ask him to make the 107%, but 3 ounces. But then it's all small gold. It's or have him mix it. But Mike, that's probably the only person that I know that would have that much gold quickly. Most sellers I know usually will have 1 ounce, maybe 2 on hand to do their bags of Paydirt. But hey, Carl, for who? Flower Gold Wizards? Oh. If he saves it in a bottle, it's actually a jug. It's I don't have one, but it's those like half-gallon jugs like these. So you can't really see it because the camera's too big, but it's like a 1-gallon jug. It's kind of like a milk jug almost, a square milk jug. But yeah, that's the only person I can think of is Culver. I mean, he's out of stock right now, and I think everyone would be pretty upset if he had 3 ounces of gold and he just sent it all to you instead of stockpiling his other Paydirt. Vendetta might have, but I don't even know about that. I definitely couldn't do that. I mean, I could, as long as you don't pan it out and you just believe it's got 3 ounces in it. Then even I Am Zaxxon will send you one if you don't pan it and you just want to believe it's in there. You want to close your eyes a whole bunch. Yeah, it's like a cat litter jug, a gallon jug in it. But you can always add it back, because that's what I did with the Home Zoo bottle, because I got the Home Zoo bottle to pan out. They sent it to me to pan, so I panned it, dried out all the dirt, put the gold back in it, and then put it right back on the shelf. Oh, for me? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Carl. Yeah, Patreon being slow with my emails. Or unless you did it since I went live, because I checked my emails earlier. But I appreciate that, Carl. Thank you very much. See, I don't promote my Patreon too much. It's just, I don't like to be a salesman. I was never a good salesman, so I worked a couple of jobs that were pretty much required you to be salesmen. I used to bartend. I mean, I bartended most of my life, but I bartended at a couple places where you'd be considered more of a salesman, like college bars, where you're trying to get people to do shots and stuff. And the GM and the managers would always yell at me like, "Dude, how are you just, you get the lowest numbers out of anybody?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I can pour a drink faster than anybody, but I'm just not the salesman guy." And I used to work this one bar that every year for Mardi Gras it was just like this little big hole in the wall bar that, had like 5 customers a day. It was only open during the day. It was a business bar. So only businessmen would come in, and they couldn't really drink too much. They might have one drink at lunch or something. So it never really did any money. But then Mardi Gras, it would just be absolutely packed. One year, the first year I worked there was this girl from Florida that was a bartender, and she came in and she felt so bad for me because she's like, "Dude, you just suck at trying to convince people to buy shots and stuff." And I was like, I'm here to pour drinks, not to convince you need to buy a drink. Then she actually would stand behind the bar and she would do all the sales. And I got to keep all the tips. She would just sit back there and work the crowd and get him to, "You want to do shots? He'll buy you shots." And I made bank that year. She showed up like every 2 years, and I just always made real good bank off of her. It's going to be wild. Have you thought, Jason? I mean, I know this is way out there, but have you thought about doing your meet and greets like in Indiana? Change it up a little bit. The home of the no gold. A little bit more Midwestern, save some people from having to drive so much. It does sound awesome. Too bad you're 8 hours away from me, brother. One of these days, brother. One of these days, Jason, I will be there. And then when I do, it'll be my first beer I've had in like 5 or 6 years. I'll have a PBR. So I'll have to bring my own, since I'm sure you'll hoard yours, but more gold. This is some good Paydirt. I don't know if Trouble One's still in here. Might be just lurking. I like this Paydirt so far. Very good. Another big rock. No, PA. So, yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because I would have forgot about talking about that today. The Guess the Gold Weight, I'm going to be shooting tomorrow, so it won't be out until Thursday probably. I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow night, but I also have to pick up my son tomorrow night, so it might get pushed back till Thursday, but it'll either be out Wednesday or Thursday at 6 o'clock. And this time it's going to be different. I'm going to say, even though I swear I came up with this idea on my own, My guess the weight this month is going to be very, very similar to Jason's at Flower Gold Wizards, because it was getting too hard to do individual piles of gold because every month I have the same number of Patreon members essentially. So the piles of gold were always going to be pretty close to each other. So this month I will be just showing off one gold nugget, and everybody's going to guess on one gold nugget. But every tier will still have a prize. And then one thing is, it won't be a short. This will be a normal video, because I really hate shooting the shorts on my phone, then having to transfer them to my laptop, then having to edit them, then transfer them back to my phone. I will be done with shorts, and I will be so happy about it. So this will just be a normal video. You get to see my ugly mug. You'll get to see some gold, and you'll be able to guess some weight. So those will be out. That will be out Wednesday or Thursday. So there is a shindig at Lucky Strike in North Carolina on 6/6. That one again. That's even further away. And do they have PBR there? Yeah. More gold. I will say, I think Dan Hurd's videos are getting better now that I think he's kind of realized that he doesn't need to cater to the crowd anymore. So, and he's just going to do stuff he wants to. I think his videos will start improving a lot more. I think he said he's going to be at the Lucky Strike mine. Well, I know a lot of people go to Lucky Strike every year. I was joking, Annie. I don't drink. I don't drink. That's what I was telling you. If I ever make it up to Jason's Shing Ding, I'll actually have a beer. I'll steal one of his beers and drink it with him. But yeah, I don't drink. I gave up drinking several years ago. Decided to give up all my vices. I went and saw my doctor the other day, and she said, of course, when you go see your doctor, they always ask you, do you drink? Do you do drugs? Do you smoke? All this. And I told her, no, I gave up all my vices so I could eat more and get fat, so then you can make me take all kinds of pills and tell me how unhealthy I am. So, and the healthiest I was when I used to drink and smoke and do all kinds of horrible things. Yeah, I just never understood that. It's just, sadly, there's just so many people that make videos just to, get views. And they're just miserable the whole time. It's just like, you do what you love. And then if you don't love it, then you go do something else. Find what you love. Yeah, KC, tell them what to do their job. See, I've got more mods now, and none of them are working. Yeah, if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link, I'd really appreciate it. And anyone that's tuning in late that just sees with the mods when they drop the hidden link, make sure you go, and once it drops, it'll come from Nightbot. There will be a link. Follow that link. Go leave a comment on my hidden video for a 1 in 3 chance, or you'll have a chance to win spot number 1 for my upcoming giveaway, where I'm giving away a half-gram bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt just for people coming to watch my show, looking at my ugly mug, and listening to my voice. So, Boot Jalokia, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Jeffrey Button, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And I think I just missed something. All right, yeah. Get you healthy, buddy. Yeah. As I told her, I was like, you can't complain. I mean, you can't tell me I need to lose weight. I mean, because that's every time I go in there, she's like, you need to lose some weight. And, then, I mean, literally, we sat there for 30 minutes with her asking me questions. Well, do you eat too fast? Do you do this? I'm like, no, I like to eat bad food because I can't drink and I don't smoke and I don't do drugs. And, I don't go out partying. I don't gamble. I'm like, I need something. I'm like, otherwise, I'm going to crack. And then I'll be running around, in my skivvies running around town screaming, I'm the monkey man. Woo! Well, that's me. I will gain weight and then I'll lose weight. 5 years ago when I quit smoking, I was 245, and I got down to 220. And then now I'm back up to 235. And I thought it just, you get the holidays. It's you're staying inside all the time, not doing anything. And I'm like, I got to do something all day sitting around in the cold weather. I'm like, I eat. You got Christmas and Thanksgiving. And, I like to cook. I like to eat. So. Yeah, this summer I'll lose some of it, and then next year I'll gain some of it back, and it's the way it is. Golden coffee. I do drink my coffee, but I have cut back. I haven't been drinking as much coffee. Like if I don't have if I have a live show, I still drink like my 4 cups that day, which is too much, but some days I don't drink any coffee now, so. Earth, Nightbot with all those facts. Nightbot loves him some gold. He went to the College of Gold, so he's got his diploma in gold. I know it's funny. They've got movies where they show people going to the center of Earth. They have the one where they have to restart the core of the Earth. What is it called? The Core. They had some other movies, like center of the Earth and all that, and nobody ever went for the gold. All right, so that's the last of it. We just got to clean it up. I hadn't had coffee in a couple months. What's funny is I never drank coffee, so I only started drinking coffee once I quit smoking. I mean, I would have a coffee like every blue moon, like if I was, at a Denny's or something having breakfast, they'd be like, okay, well, give me a coffee, because I don't want to buy your $8 orange juice. I'll take a coffee with unlimited refills. But once I quit smoking, I kind of needed something to like wake me up, because that's kind of like when you smoke, that's the first thing you do in the morning is you kind of like, okay, well, smoke a cigarette to wake up. I lost 40 pounds this winter. What are you doing the exact opposite of me, brother? I always just start packing it on once it gets to holiday season because, I cook. And then my kids all like different things. So, they can't agree on a pie. And even though I love pecan pie, they won't eat pecan pie. But I'm going to buy a pecan pie. And then I'm forced to eat the whole thing by myself. And I typically do that in 2 days. So, and once you gain weight, it's a lot harder to get rid of it. So. Put you to sleep. Yeah, I've my kids always joke at me because a lot of times if I have a coffee, like if I don't drink my coffee in the morning, like if I'm just not in the mood for a coffee, a lot of times I'll drink my coffee like 9 o'clock at night after dinner and stuff. My kids are always like, "This is gonna keep you awake." I'm like, "I drink decaf. It just puts me to sleep just the same as anything else." If you don't want it, give it to PA, because then PA is just gonna send it to me. That's why he needed my return address. As anyone should with pie. That's it. I mean, you gotta. I mean, it's like I just want my kids to like some good Southern pies, like a mud pie, a pecan pie, or a good sweet potato pie. And I made a good sweet potato pie. Then I'm like, then I could buy all three. We could all indulge. We could all have them. You know, I could get one for Thanksgiving, one for Christmas, and the next year get one of the other ones, especially the pecan and the sweet potato. But nah, they got to be difficult. I'm like, oh no, could we get like snow cones instead? You know, could we get a frozen Snickers bar instead? I'm like, no. Pilgrims didn't take this country. You can have a Snickers bar. They did it so you could have a pecan pie. You getting a PA bag? Oh, am I getting a PA bag for my shelf? Oh, that'd be awesome, brother. Well, see, AAA, the problem with that theory is PA has already bribed me to make sure that he never wins because everybody else has already agreed that if they win, they will give it to PA. And that way he never has to give away his Paydirt and he can just accept Paydirt all the time. Bang energy drink. Oh, I can't do energy drinks. That's the one thing I'd never been able to do. All right. Almost done. We're gonna see that goal in a minute. It's just hiding. Yeah. Yeah, sweet potato pie is nothing but sugar. I mean a pecan pie. A pecan pie is nothing but sugar. It's just like a ball of sugar. And if you're not diabetic before you eat it, you're really close to being one after eating it. So, but my doctor did tell me this time that I need to like stop eating all the pecan pie because, unless I want to be diabetic. I asked him the pros and cons of being diabetic. Like, if I'm a diabetic, do I get anything special out of it? Do I get a cool sign? Can I, start parking in the handicap stuff? And there was no good things about it. So I was like 15 minutes behind. Uh, I've done that. You don't know how many times I've done that where I'll be like watching somebody's live show and then I'll like get up to go do something. Like I'll be watching on my computer while I'm doing some paperwork or, hunting for new pay dirts or something. And I'll accidentally pause the video and then I'll wander off. Like I'll go in my kitchen to get a coffee or get something to eat or something. And I'll come back and I'll start doing my paperwork again. And then it'll take me like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I'll be like, man, he has just been quiet on that show the entire time. He's just not talking. And then I'll look and be like, oh, he's paused. Then I'm like, well, dang, now I want to catch up because the chat is saying all kinds of stuff and I'm missing it. And I want to know what they're talking about. Yeah, it's hard these days. It's hard not getting like on the bubble of being diabetic. Everything has got stupid sugar in it now, and not even sugar. It's got the corn syrup in it. So try butterbeer. I've had butterbeer. One year we went to Disney, or not Disney. Maybe it's whatever the other park is. It had the Harry Potter stuff. And I tried, but I didn't like it. So I'm not a big I'm not a big sweets drinker. Like I'm not a big person that likes like Cokes and stuff like that. And I drink them. I used to drink them just because, everyone drank them. But yeah, my big thing is like sweets, chocolate, pies, things like that. Is it Universal? Yeah, that's it. It was Universal. And it's the one and only roller coaster I've ever been on too. And it was my last because I hate roller coasters, and I was convinced they had with like the ride of the Gryffindors or whatever. They're like, oh, this will be easy. This is nothing. This is like the slowest. I gotta say, I lost like 5 years of my life going on that roller coaster. Hey, Dale. Well, thank you. Thank you for finally showing up. I've been trying to like not reveal all the gold in the Paydirt tonight until you showed up, but thank you for showing up finally. You're only an hour and 6 minutes late, brother. Hmm. Well, luckily my kids aren't into Harry Potter anymore, so I don't ever have to make that. Now they're just into very expensive stuff. Mm. That's it. Wait in line for 2 hours for a 3 minute ride. Actually, when we went, that ride was surprisingly quick. I forget which one it was. That I think it was the Twister. They had the Twister ride there. That was like, I think we waited like, and at the time, they didn't have any cover for the wait outside, and it was just massive. We waited like 3 hours for the Twister ride, and it took like a minute, and it was just horrible. It was just like, this is boring. There's nothing exciting. You're sitting in this fake bus, and it just shakes around, and I was like, I just wasted 3 hours of my life. But that's one of the reasons why I don't go to like water amusement parks. I just can't deal with that waiting in line mentality for hours and hours. I'll go to a water park because the water parks, there's always like, you can kind of, they have ways you can kind of go faster or get in line quicker. Water parks tend to be a lot quicker. I don't mind the water parks as much. But there we go. Oh, some nice little gold there. Color. uh, all right, I think that's about as clean as I'm gonna get it. I'm way over here. Got a little bit more. The worst sunburn ever. Yeah, I used to get sunburned really bad at water parks because you just get there and you're stuck in a line and you don't pay attention, and the next thing you know. But nowadays, I'm like the old man that I carry suntan lotion in my pocket. I'm like, nope. People be staring at me while I'm sitting there spritzing on my head. I'm like, no. That's a nice little piece. You can't really see it, but that's some of that nice red gold. But yeah, I think we're done. That's a fun bag. So now I know what's on my shelf. You know, 1 gram of gold there, I'm pretty sure. Looks like it's a little bit over, I'm going to guess. I would say that's probably like 1.1 if I had to guess. So, yeah. Uh, Hey, Joel. No, it's only a 1 gram bag, or it's supposed to be a 1 gram. Like I said, I think that's like 1.1. It would be my guess. But all right, let's. Now I probably will weigh it up at the end of the show, like after the show. And if it is something crazy like that, maybe I will tell people just so I'll post it on Patreon. Just so if anyone's got one of these bags on their shelf, maybe they'll pan it out a little bit quicker. So yeah, that's what I said. 1.1. That's it. It looks like 1.1 to me. I don't think it would be that much higher. So, and yes, gold does float. And Jeffrey Button, thank you for joining the show. Joel Jeffrey, thank you for joining the show as well. All right, let's shrink down. Oh no, is my face cam frozen? I think my face cam is frozen. Hold on. All right, give me 1 second. My face cam froze up. Which is a good thing, you know. Y'all didn't want to see that anyway. And I just upgraded all my drivers today and everything. Spent an hour doing that. What do you get for it? What, the junk? Now my panning cam is frozen? Junk. I don't know. Here, we'll just move that. Just updated OBS, just updated my NVIDIA drivers and everything, and now everything's freezing up. I don't understand it. All right, there we go. So, but there you go. Thank you very much, Troubled One. That was an awesome bag of Paydirt. It was fun to pan out. Even if I did pay for it, it was still fun. Like I said, I don't remember. It might have been trade or something like that. No. But it was a fun bag of Paydirt. And now I know what's on my shelf above me. So, all right, let me open up chat again. Culver. I know. I was celebrating you being out of stock. I was like, since he's out of stock, we got to, like, you know, advertise his, you know, Paydirt so everyone will run to your site and get disappointed. But here, let me see. What was the Nightbot? I don't even remember what the command was for Nightbot. Let me see. What is? No, it was Paydirt. So there we go. There we go. So make sure if you haven't, you go subscribe to Troubled One's channel, and anyone else that's in chat, make sure you go subscribe to them as well. So the link for Nightbot just posted the link, and that is to Troubled One's channel. If you go subscribe to him, that'd be awesome. You know, great channel. He's panning all the time. He pans a lot more than me on live shows. I only do it once a week. So shirts are in stock. Well, then they won't be disappointed. See, they'll go to your website to buy some Paydirt and say, well, might as well leave with the shirt. You just need to put that at the back of these shirts. Just say, I came for the gold, but I left with the shirt. And Knights 880, thank you for joining the show. I know I saw you earlier and didn't say anything, but thank you for joining the show. And there you go. That's a direct link to his channel. And here we're going to post it again. The hidden. So we're going to be giving away. I don't have it made up, so you just have to imagine with your eyes. I don't even have a Miller Prospecting bag of Paydirt anywhere, do I? But giving away a 0.5 gram bag of Miller Prospecting's Paydirt. We're going to be taking 3 names over the next 3 weeks, and on the 4th week we'll give it away. So tonight is spot number 1 for a half-gram bag. So, and as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. It's 100% by me and my Patreon members and donators and channel subscribers and everything to thank everyone for these live shows. So upgrade the day after the live. No, because see, the problem is with OBS, a lot of times it won't work unless you upgrade. And then if you upgrade it, it'll always, I've done this so many times where I'll upgrade it like 30 minutes, 45 minutes before the live show. And then as soon as it comes back up, you're like, okay, let me go. And I'll say, oh, you need to upgrade all your drivers and stuff like that. So I always upgrade everything. But what I didn't do is I didn't restart my computer. And that's usually Carl, that's just telling Nightbot to show the hidden link. So, and that's probably why it's freezing up now, is because I didn't restart my computer. So, what? Yeah, anything with the little apostrophe before it that any mods or anyone posts, it's just telling Nightbot what to do. Yeah, and make sure you check out my website. Anyone who doesn't know, millerprospecting.com. Shameless plug for myself. Best website ever. Updates bug me. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind most updates, but OBS and NVIDIA updates are always just, a big pain in the butt. And the worst part about it is a lot of times I will ignore updates for a while. Then when I'll say, okay, fine, let me update. And then it'll be like 8 updates in a row. So it takes forever. And then it'll start just causing more havoc. And then, like I said, tonight I forgot to reboot my computer, so it's probably messing things up. We'll see. So let me get everything ready. Kind of a shorter show tonight. Saturday, I do have a video coming out Saturday. I do have a Paydirt battle coming out Saturday. So this is a Paydirt battle from an old seller. So we're going to be doing a Paydirt battle on Saturday. And then next Tuesday, I'm going to be panning out a bag of their Paydirt as well. So should be interesting. I'm really excited. I have to say, this Paydirt battle is one I've been looking forward to for 2 months. So I've been I've been dying to shoot it. I actually shoot it tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. I can't wait. Typically a lot of battles, I kind of in my head know who's going to win and stuff like that. But this is one of those battles where I'm just really interested to find out the results. So I've seen Nightbot. I've also seen another. Yeah, it's just a command. You have to have some type of command to tell Nightbot what to do, and then only mods can use that command. So, oh, you did unblock? Yeah. It's like I said, I don't know why YouTube makes it so easy to block people. I mean, all you have to do is right click and push one button. Like I click the little hamburger buttons all the time, and it's just one little bitty thing, and you're blocking people. And with most things, like if you go to block something, they'll say, are you sure? Are you really sure you want to do this? And at least do something. So, pocket blocking people. So they should make it a lot harder to block people. So I always have, like, once a month I have to go through my block list, which really sucks because my block list is absolutely full on one person that made like 100 different names to keep like trying to spam my channel one day. And so I always have to scroll through it. And since it's, to make sure not somebody else mixed in there. Yeah, and PA, so yeah, and the Guess the Gold Weight, like I said before, the Guess the Gold Weight is going to be coming out now. I know last Tuesday I said I was going to be running polls and stuff on YouTube, on Patreon, about a change to Patreon and the gold guessing. And I've scrapped those ideas because I did not like the way once I really formulated them and put them down on paper, I wasn't happy with them. I didn't think they benefited the members enough. What the junk? OBS just disconnected. Am I still live? All right. I'm guessing I'm still live. Showing me live. Yeah, OBS wants me to get off this show, I guess. I don't know. So, yes, I am still live. Right, let me finish my thoughts. So yeah, so on either tomorrow or Thursday, I will be posting a guess the gold weight, but I'm going to be, and I promise I did not steal it from Jay Snipflower Gold Wizards, where you just have similar working minds. I will be, everyone will be guessing on a nugget. Everyone will be guessing the weight on a nugget, but then every tier will have a winner. So the $25.79 tier will win a certain prize. The $10 tier will win a certain prize. And the $5 tier will win a certain prize. We're just all going to be guessing on the exact same thing. So it'll make it a lot harder for me to keep track of. And I have absolutely been sucking at keeping track of people's guessing. And I'm hoping I can get better at it. So that video will come out either Wednesday or Thursday at 6 o'clock as usual. Still live, yeah. And no worries, Danielle. I appreciate everyone who just supports me on this channel and just watches this and, you know, are my subscribers. I know not everyone can be Patreon members. If they were, my taxes would be driving me crazy if I had too many Patreon members. So, you know. No, wait, what did Culver say? I don't even know. All right. Make it hard and have nothing to size it up to. I wasn't going to give guesses this time. So I am going to put it next to a dime because you got to have something in relation otherwise, but I'm not going to give any guess hints. So no hints. It's just going to be a nugget. It's going to be next to a gold-plated dime. And then there will be no hints or anything. I won't tell you it's from a half a gram to 10 grams. It might be a 1 gram. I will do close-ups up to it so you can see if it's got quartz in it or something like that. So you can do, it will be rotating around the dime. So it will give people a good chance, I think, to guess the weight on it. But is it live or is it Memorex tapes? I remember that commercial. Yes, so two people will be able to have the same guess. So the way it'll work is, so let's say, for example, it's a 1 gram nugget. And let's say a $5 member guesses 1 gram, a $10 member guesses 1 gram, and a $25 member guesses 1 gram. They will all win. Those will all win, but they'll each win their individual prize. So for right now, I think I already put up the gold. I think the $25 tier is 2.5 gram bag of Paydirt. The $10 tier is a 1 gram bag of Paydirt, and the $5 tier is a half a gram of Paydirt. So that's what they'll win. They'll win Paydirt, but this way you're not guessing on the gold that's in the bag because it was getting too hard. Yeah, so there'll be a 360-degree view as best as I can get it. I mean, I haven't shot that yet. I got to shoot it tomorrow. I moved all the stuff to my upstairs so I could shoot it all on my phone. So I will do my best because it's going to be in a normal video. So I'm guessing like a 4 or 5 minute video. Maybe it'll be 3 minutes, but it'll be my ugly mug. And right next to me, here or here, will be the gold spinning around the whole time I talk. So, and then there will be no second place or third place. Right now, I'm working on a secret prize that I've been trying to put together for 2 years now. And I finally got off my butt and ordered some stuff so I can get these prizes made up. And if I can get them made before the end of the month, I will have some surprise second place, maybe for the $25 tier and maybe for the $10 tier. I don't know. But for right now, there's only going to be a first place. That's it. First place for the person who guesses the closest from each tier. So, yeah, it's a great ROI for either tier. I mean, if you're a $25 member and you get a 2.5 gram bag of Paydirt, it definitely pays for your tier. So, hey, TM, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And again, as always, anybody that's in the show, if I don't say hi to you, I really apologize. You can always scream at me in chat and say you didn't say hi to me, and I'll make sure I say hi to you. But I do appreciate everyone that's always here in live shows. So, and I appreciate all my mods that are here that keep the rowdy crowd, like Mary, in control. So, I think so. But yeah. So let's do, I will pop here. I will even give my mods a little break. I will show the hidden link again. We're going to do it one more time. Do the hidden link. Make sure if you haven't, you go leave a comment on the hidden video that's going to be popping up. Nightbot will show it. And that is to win spot number 1 of 3. This week will be spot number 1. Next week will be number 2. And the following week, number 3. It'll be 3 shots for a half gram bag of Paydirt. And this is just to thank everyone who watches me on these live shows. So, going by Pacific gravity. Oh, no. But I will say one thing I've been very disappointed with myself in, and I'm a very analytical, note-taking person. I have actually been sucking at these gold guessing games by keeping track of it. I've got to figure out a better way to do it and keep the scores right in my head and spreadsheets, because I messed up again last month. Luckily, it wasn't a big mess up. I kind of just got two people's names in the different order and had to, make up for the difference out of my pocket for the second place winner. But I definitely need to figure out a better way to do it. The wheel was, I did the wheel for years and years and years. So kind of got that format stuck in my head. So I'm pretty disappointed that, I haven't been keeping track of, and I've had a few errors in these gold giveaway contests. I mean, we fixed them all, and people, I forgot people's names that had guessed, and they didn't win, thankfully. But, I will be trying harder to make sure that, people that support me on Patreon, even if you didn't win, I want to make sure your name is on that list. And I, say, oh, there you go. Here's your guess. It was bad. I had a Culver bag. I have a Culver bag coming out this week on my YouTube. Well, there you go. And if anyone hasn't subscribed to anyone in chat that says things like that for B&B Paydirt Prospecting, make sure you go subscribe to their channels. If anyone that has a channel ever wants, they can sweet talk my mods and ask them to post a link, and maybe they'll do it for you. But definitely tonight, make sure you go and subscribe to Trouble One's channel if you already aren't. I think probably most of you are. I've seen a ton of y'all in his chat already. But Nightbot just posted a link for him, so you can go there. Thank you, Jason, and, I apologize. But that's awesome. Like I said, Paydirts, I'm pretty good at shipping out pretty quickly. Anything else shipping, I'm pretty slow at, but for Paydirt, I'm pretty good at shipping it out pretty quickly. I don't answer emails too well. My customer service is horrible, but I don't send out tracking numbers like I should. I'm a horrible Paydirt salesman, but all that, But I do tend to ship pretty quickly because it's, like I said, it's pretty easy. Post office is 2 blocks from my house, and I can just throw it in the slot in the middle of the night. So the main thing I have a hard time with is actually making the Paydirt. Like, I have the gold. I already got all the gold for this month, already vialed up. Every tier, every $79 member, I already have a vial with their gold in it for the month. Because I take last month's gold, sort it out, put it in this month's, vials. And so that's all done. It's just actually getting off my butt and going to sort out some dirt and, classifying it and doing all those things and putting it in bags, Maybe on Tuesday nights, some of the times when I don't have Paydirt to pan out, maybe we'll make some Paydirt on a Tuesday. Hey, Bob Peterson, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. So, but we're going to let me go check, make sure everything, like all these, let's go make sure all these comments are going through for the hidden video. It looks like they are. And they are. All right. We'll get that link. Okay, I can close Nightbot. We don't need you anymore. All right, we can close that. Close that. Oh. All right, there we go. So yeah, so we're going to let's do the giveaway real quick. Oh, see? Wheezing, that's it. Thank you. Hooking peeps up. So, all right, we're going to shrink down the ugly mug. And we can do tonight's giveaway. And this is for anyone that's joining my live show. And as always, if I pull your name and you must post something, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show to claim your prize. Otherwise, your prize will go to somebody else on the next show. So if you posted something in the hidden comments, make sure you stay till the very end so you can post something in the live chat so I know you're there and you can collect your prize. But let's shrink down the ugly mug. Uh-oh. Tiny cat's getting hungry or something. You just got fed. I have an automatic feeding machine for him, and I know it just went off because I heard it upstairs. And he's still down here begging. He must want the gold. He wants to see the gold. So, all right. Let's shrink down the ugly mug. And there is the best website for any information you want to know about gold panning Paydirt. Got my top 10. I have all my latest reviews up here and videos from 100% versus 100% ROI. My unboxing of my Vivor electric furnace, which I still have not gotten to use again. Got my fire bricks and everything all set up. I just need to get a table to put them on. My Clash Gold versus Golden Paydirt. My top 10 recommended sellers. Culver Prospecting, number 1, wearing his shirt. Yeah. Gold Nugget Sales, number 2. Vendetta Prospecting, number 3. Gold Nugget Man, 4. Brian Thomas Gold, 5. Bear Prospecting, 6. Gold Bay, 7. Prospecting Gear, 2 Indiana. Just think about this. 2 Indiana sellers are in my top 10. Flash in the Pan Paydirt, number 9. And then we have Yukon Alley and Mammoth Gold Nuggets tied for 10. And if you haven't seen, Yukon Alley did put out a video explaining why her Paydirt has not come out, but she's still hoping it will come out soon. My last 100 reviews, all kinds of stuff, sellers to avoid, mail calls, all the information you could possibly want to know about the best Paydirts possible. And then if you want to sell some gold, I buy gold. See, it's right there. So, and I am adding more information. This spot right here is coming soon. I got a lot more information coming on the website. Just been working on something else and some side projects, but we're going to get to it eventually. I'm not dead yet. All right, let's post this. Fetch. Anything goes. Loading them up. 45 comments, so you have a 1 in 45 chance of winning. If I pull your name, again, you must post something in the live chat to accept your prize and win it. So spot number 1 for my upcoming giveaway. Let's see. Weezen Geezer as president of the Just Give It to Weezen Foundation. I approve this message. That's a good one, Weezen. That's a really good one. Weezen with all the good lines. No, Weezen is just making up because the last time he won something, he gave it away. So congratulations to Weezen. Now, he is a mod, so I'm pretty sure he's going to post in the live, but... And while we're waiting, we'll go back to the Miller Prospecting website, the best website ever. Make sure you go visit it. All right, there we go. And I don't sell Paydirt, so. There we go. Full size, ugly mug. And let's see if Weezen is here. It's 100% rigged. You know that, Casey? You got to be a mod to win. Humble Stacker, how's it going? I've got gold from the top 10 and also from the bottom of the pile. Sadly, me too. That's why I have that list. You know, if you ever go through like my actual website and look on that bar, you know, there's a reason why I have a top 10 and then the reason why I have a bottom 25. And a lot of those bottom 25 are right around the 0% ROI. Those are all reviews. So I've gotten the over 100% and I've gotten the very bad 0% as well. The absolutely worst though, the worst Paydirt I think I've ever bought before had to be, what was it? Randall Glen. Randall Glen, which is... So if you ever go to their website, I don't even know if they're still selling. They probably are. But so they're kind of like a place where you could go and pay money to go gold mining and go camping and all these other things. And it was Randall Glen Paydirt. I don't even know if it's Paydirt. No, it's not even Paydirt. It's Randall Glen, I think. It's just randallglen.com. And you go to their website and they have like a $100 bag of Paydirt and a $50 bag of Paydirt. So I was like, okay, I'm going to review the $100 bag and do the $50 bag on Tuesday. Neither one. 0 gold. And they're like, oh, well, we get it from our creek. I'm like, well, I could get Paydirt from my backyard. Doesn't mean it's going to have gold in it. At least sprinkle a little something in it, you know. So you find at least, you know, 0.1 grams for $100. I mean, give me a 10% ROI. Anything. Just absolute worst. I will say, though, in their defense, they did say they were willing to send me another bag. And I was like, why? You know, what do I want another bag with no gold, you know, no gold in it. So, yeah. Did he actually say that? Now, see, I don't even know. I didn't even see what Weezen posted, if he posted. I'm assuming he didn't. AAA. Yeah, when you reach out to him, tell him to start selling some Paydirt again. He retired as soon as I declared him champion. You were saying congrats for the name was picked, but it says I'm live. All right, 83. You too, brother. You too. I got bags of Paydirt. Yeah, I mean, it was the absolute worst. I mean, I've had some stinker Paydirts before. I've had some really bad Paydirts. That one just really bugged me because most bad Paydirts you buy are relatively cheap, and that's how they get you, you know? They'll sell $40 bags of Paydirt or $20 bags of Paydirt. So you don't get really upset. You know, if somebody sells you a $20 bag of Paydirt, $5 for shipping or something, you figure, okay, that's a trip to McDonald's. I got ripped off. I got one piece of gold. You know, that sucks, but, you know, it's 25 bucks. But selling somebody $100 bag of Paydirt, and this was when I did I think gold was probably like 70 bucks. If even that, it was probably like 70 bucks a gram tops. And you're charging somebody $100 and you're getting zero gold. That's just like, you know, that's ballsy. You know, like, I'm not only going to rip you off, I'm going to rip you off big time. So it was literally one of the worst Paydirts I ever had. It was that one, and I think Donnybrook was the other one. Let me see. I think it was. Yeah, it was Donnybrook was the other one I had a really, you know, some of the other ones I've had where I've gotten really, really low ROIs on. You know, it's one thing. If you get a 3% ROI, at least there's some gold in it. But those two were both zero ROIs. And both of them, when I contacted them afterwards, was just, you know, like, oh, well, we pull it out of our river and, you know, there's the same chance as anyone else. It's like, no, you're not telling people that. You're telling people like the Randall Glen, they're like, oh, you know, in one of our hot spots and stuff like that. And, you know, and I think the Randall Glen even say most people are averaging like 0.1 or something per bag. And it was just, I mean, at least the Donnybrook, when I told them, they stopped selling. I told them it's like, you're ripping people off by selling bags of Paydirt with no gold in it just because it's out of a river. And they actually closed up shop. So that was pretty, you know, at least they were like, realized that they were, you know, not being good human beings, ripping everybody off. So, you know, I have to look up Randall Glen after the show. That sucks. Yeah, Tom, I don't know why YouTube doesn't change. You know, like if you do it on Twitch, like Twitch is live, like Twitch is instantaneous. And YouTube has got like weird delays depending on where you're at and what you're doing. I mean, I've joined live shows before where it's like 10 minutes delayed and it's just like, oh, it's not even worth my time. No. Just got my head cracked in spades. Oh, I love spades. Spades and hearts are my 2 card games. I love them. Weezen won yesterday as well. What? Weezen just bribing everybody. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. I'm looking for bags of gold with a little bit of dirt for half price. Yeah. Well, one of these days, maybe I'll have to bring back my Mighty Mini. That was I think that's one of my most recommended bags of Paydirt was my Mighty Mini. It was a small bag of Paydirt, 1 ounce of material, and it had a lot of gold in it. So I think the last time I did the Mighty Mini, it was 1 ounce of material, and I think it was what? 2.5 grams of gold or something like that? Because it was 100% ROI bag of Paydirt. And I think I was selling it for $1.99 or something like that. So it had, maybe it was closer to, yeah, it was about 2.5 grams of gold. So, yeah, I remember that. Well, I remember it's funny with Felix, you could tell. I might have to do that because Felix still does the free gold thing. He still does it. I'm really curious how much gold, because back in the day, you used to get like 4 pieces of gold, and then it dropped to 3, and then it dropped to 2. So now I'm really curious what you get one of those free samples. I mean, he must be beating like the small, tiny pieces of gold with a hammer just to, you know, spread it out so you can find it. Because you can't put 2 pieces of flour gold in there. You can't say, okay, we found gold, because no one's going to see it. They got to be pieces of gold where people can see it and find it, you know. But it was always funny. It was like, oh, yeah, you get a free bag of Paydirt. And then they would charge you like, it was like whatever, $1.50 of shipping. And I was like, dude, you're throwing it in an envelope and a stamp. You know, it costs you 30 cents and you're putting 30 cents worth of gold. Oh, that's awesome, Carl. Well, if anyone hasn't, make sure you sub to Carl's channel as well. Let me see. So there you go. Make sure if you haven't, make sure you go over and there's pint sized here. Hey, pint size. Is it going as Beerman here as well, or is it just pint sized? But there you go. Make sure you go subscribe. Just posted the link over there for Carl's channel. He says he's doing a giveaway. Got to try and win some stuff. So, Well, there you go. Everyone wants a little bit of gold, especially if it's free. If it's free, see, I don't mind. I don't mind doing a bag of Paydirt if there's no gold in it. If it was free, like if somebody says, "Hey, I'm gonna send you some Paydirt. I've been working, and there's no gold in it," I'm 100% fine with that. It's just when money comes into play. All right, Refotress. Well, here, let's go. We did the giveaway. Just do a real quick recap before everyone goes and before I go. Wednesday or Thursday, if you're a Patreon member, I will have the gold guessing contest out. It will be released on YouTube as well as on Patreon. It will be one nugget everyone has to guess on, and there will be some prizes as well for those Patreon members. I might even include a prize for non-paying members of Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon member, you might want to watch the video anyway. I haven't decided 100% yet. When I shoot the video, I'll decide what I'm going to do about that. Saturday, I have a Paydirt battle coming out. Really excited for this Paydirt battle. It's a good one, I think. It's an old seller that a lot of people don't like. But you'll have to see. I think it's going to be a really, really good battle. I think it's going to be a very fair battle. But we'll have to see. I have a Paydirt battle coming out on Saturday. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be going through a bag of their Paydirt as well that I know is going to be really good. Like, this Paydirt seller is really good. So we'll have to see. Saturday, Paydirt battle. And then Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some, and we'll also be giving out another spot for my win a bag of Paydirt. We'll be giving out spot number 2. But for tonight, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to go grab something to eat, call my kids, hang out with them some on the phone, and then maybe watch some TV. But I'm out of here, everyone. I hope everyone had an absolutely great night. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And then I will hopefully see you all next Tuesday, and we can all talk about the winner from Saturday's Paydirt battle. But I'm going to be out of here. I need to go shoot some videos. Remember, Patreon members, guess the gold, Wednesday or Thursday, 6 o'clock. So have that dropped. Thanks, everyone. Beermans, everyone, Wrench that come in late. Thank you all very much for popping in. But I'm getting out of here. I know it's a shorter show tonight. I don't know why. Well, it's not really 7:42. But all right, everybody. Thanks. Have a great weekend.